had another seizure overnight and texted Dr. Mason, who got back to me this morning with the results of scan yesterday. Shared it was mixed bag. Necrosis, and progression, progression of disease. Clearly, I'm struggling processing through this. I'm just reflecting in faith what this means for my way forward. We're talking about changing my chemo. I'm going into the ER right now to see a neurologist to optimize my seizure medications, and he's next. I've been doing Timodor, which is standard chemo. We're talking today about switching to lomustine, which is CCNU, which is one pill you take every 6 weeks. But it does have side effects. It has fatigue and nausea, and it has an effect on the blood counts. I feel held in the field of the compassionate, loving presence. In faith. Now's a moment for faith. Next phase. Make every moment count. I'm now in the ER. Have just seen the ER physician, who's called Dr. Mason, and I believe I've overheard him speak to the neurologist. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next. If I'm going to be seen down here in the ER, or I'm going to get admitted. I'll find out, so we'll follow along together. Okay. I've just learned that I'm going to be admitted to the hospital, for further evaluation and testing, including, just they're going to look at the brain waves in my head, an EEG, I'm sure review the films, and I believe I'm going to be under the care of the neurologist, Dr. Nadiri, who I understand is a brilliant neurologist, and optimize seizure medications, word block. I was waken up in my hospital room this morning. Got a gram of Capra last night, and to add, that's the new seizure medication. And what's interesting about that, I had abnormal findings on my EEG last night. Treated with Ativan. Word block lifted. Seizures, seizures explains it. So we're going to proceed with adding a Capra to the Depakote. Here's where my room that I'm admitted to. And both my attendings, Dr. Caldera and Dr. Nadlini, came in this morning and shared with me the results of the MRIs they have here. They feel it's not progression of disease, that it's necrosis and some degree of swelling, and they feel that the block is from the seizures. The good news there is that if we control the seizures, we get rid of the block. And they just loaded me with 1 milligram of Capra, which is a seizure medication I was taking beforehand. There's something called Capra fog, so if I'm a little bit slower and sedated, you'll know why. I'm still in the 750 milligram twice a day of Depakote, which is a seizure medication. And now we've added another medication. Since I've added the Capra, I'm speaking pretty good, and I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic. So they want to keep me in here for for the weekend. It's Saturday today, so they want to release me on Monday, just to make sure that I'm doing okay, and we'll see on Monday which chemo regimen I go out with. Oh, all right. These are the tumor findings they found, and the way they determine the progression versus pseudo-progression is not only the MRI effect on protons, but other chemicals like choline. Enjoy. So we're not updating this file here. We just go to this one. Our number.
Exactly. I mean, you can't use a bed number. That's not safe. I don't understand.
They give you the result.
Right.
I
mean, someone's going in there too.
Well, yeah, it is at sunrise, and I've woken with a renewed sense of optimism. My word block seems to have resolved with the new seizure medication. It's not perfect, but it's a whole world of difference. I'm going to get an EEG, and so I hope this morning to be able to show you what that looks like. And with this diagnosis of pseudo-progression, likely pseudo-progression rather than progression, that gives me a whole new sense of hope and brings a lot of things into possibility.
So we're going to do an EEG. We're going to basically put a bunch of electrodes on your head and monitor your brain activity for an hour. So if I could get you into the bed, and we'll get set up while you do that.
Okay, and this is the machine.
Yes, this is the EEG machine.
I'm being hooked up now.
Hit him and go back through.
Did I make your life easy?
You did. Thank you for cutting your hair just for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to put one here on your cheek.
Okay.
And last one down here on your chest for your heart.
Okay.
And we are go for launch.
Okay, I'm going to put my AirPods in with noise cancelling.
That's fine.
And Pandora on relaxation station. This is the output of the EEG.
Leave that there.
So could you explain what we're looking at?
So basically it's the left and the right hemispheres that we're looking at to compare to make sure that they look symmetric in amplitude and frequency. We're looking for any kind of rhythmic activity that could indicate a seizure.
Yeah, great, great. So the neurologists are going to look at this and see see if there's any evidence of seizure, or we've got my seizure control under good control with meds. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate that. That was an hour.
Of course.
And it's 1 hour.
That was an hour procedure.
An hour of recording. An hour of recorded data.
Yeah. Okay. The neurologist was just in here and told me there was no seizure activity on the EEG. So he's going to recommend discharge on the Depakote and Keppra. So the discharge is in flow, and I look forward to being home with my family tonight. Okay. I've just been discharged from a successful hospitalization. I came in with significant word block and treated my seizures, and that has mostly resolved. It's not perfect, but I've got a good regimen and I've got a good follow-up. I'm likely going to start my chemo tonight, so I'm bracing for that, and just looking to be at home with Sue and Dylan and connect with Zach tonight. And my heart is optimistic, and my love for you is vital and strong. And so I wish you and your family a blessed day. Okay.